So today we'll analyze this program. It's a simple C program to print half pyramid. So let's first read the program and then we'll analyze it here step by step. First, the line is inclusion of header file stdio.h. Why? Because we are using these two statements, printf and scanf. So those related functionality will be present in that studio.h. Then void main, void, it's not returning anything. We can see at the end of the program. And we have declared three variables I, j, n. These two I'll be using it for the loops. Okay, n is nothing but number of rows in the pyramid we want. So we'll ask the user to enter the value of n, that is the number of rows. Then we'll take the value whatever it is. Percentage d, why? Because n is type of integer and format specifier for integer is d. And then ampersand n. Why ampersand n? Because where we want to store the value. Suppose user enters 4, we'll be storing it in n. So we are giving the address of n, that is ampersand n. Next, we have two for loops. So in the first for loop, we have used the variable I. So what happens is, let's analyze with some value. Let's say user enters the value of n as 3. Okay. So now I is equal to 0. So 0 is less than 3. This is fine. Now it enters in the next for loop. So in next for loop, j is equal to 0, right? J is equal to 0. Then it compares. The condition is checked. J is less than or equal to I. 0. What is I? Is 0. I is also 0, right here. I is equal to 0. This is 0 is less than or equal to 0. So this is true. So what happens? Star is printed. So this star is printed. So now again, after star is printed, now j is incremented. Now j becomes 1, right? J becomes 1. Now condition is checked. Is j less than or equal to I? Is 1 less than or equal to 0? No, it's false. So this condition here it fails. So it comes out. After coming out, it is slash n is given. So it will go to the next line. So what happens? Whatever cursor is there here, cursor, so it will come here. Right. After this, now next again outer for loop. We'll continue with outer for loop. So after it has come here, now I is incremented. Now I becomes 1, right? I becomes 1. Now it again enters the second for loop where j is equal to 0. Now again j is 0, right? Then it is checked. J less than or equal to I is checked. J 0 is less than or equal to 1. This is true. So star is printed. Star is printed. Sorry. Okay. Star is printed here, right? So next j is incremented. Now j becomes 1. J becomes 1. Then it is again condition is checked. So j is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 1. This is also true. So one more star is printed here, right? One more star is printed. Then again j is incremented. So j is incremented. So j becomes 2 now. So is 0 less than j is 2, right? Okay. J is less than or equal to I. That is 2 less than or equal to 1. Is this true? No, this condition fails now. So as this condition fails, star is not printed. It comes out again printf. So it comes to the next line. So after this again it goes back to the outer for loop. Now I plus plus. So I becomes 3 now. I is equal to 3, right? And is I less than or is I less than, sorry, I was 1 here, right? I became 2 now, right? I is 2. So now again condition is checked. Is 2 less than 3? Yes, this is true. Now j is equal to 0. Inside for loop is entered. J is equal to 0. Condition is checked. 0 less than or equal to 2. Yes, this is true. So star is printed, right? Then again j is incremented. Now j becomes 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 2? Yes, this is true. So one more star is printed. So it goes back again j plus plus. J is equal to 2. So is 2 less than or equal to 2? Yes, this is true. So one more star is printed. Then again j is incremented. Now j becomes 3. So is 3 less than or equal to 2? No, this condition fails. So it comes out. So this cursor goes here now. Again this for loop. So now again I was 2. Now I is made 3, right? I is made 3. Then condition is checked. Is 3 less than or is 3 less than 3? No. So it comes out of the outer for loop, then it reaches the end of the program. So this is how star will be printed. We can check it with taking n equal to 4. So one thing what we see is everyone will be knowing how for loop works, right? That is what I did here. That is, this is a flow diagram for it. First initialization, then condition is checked. Condition is checked. So if condition is true, then it entered the second for loop. If the condition was false, it directly came out. In the last case, I equal to 3, here after increment this condition had failed, so it came out directly. So if condition was true, it enters, executes the code. After executing this, for example, in this for loop, initialization, condition was checked, star was printed, incremented, and then again condition was checked. If it was true, then again star was printed. Then again this j was incremented, condition was checked. So how a for loop works is initialization, right? Initialization, then condition is checked. After condition is checked, this code is executed. After this code is executed, it goes back to incrementation. After incrementation, again condition is checked, then again it enters, or if condition fails, it comes out. So we'll analyze more programs similarly.